Hello guys, we're going to start here in just a minute. Just going to share the link here. Alright. So, a little quick update here. So, for guys who know the game Fire Pro, like, every once in a while, like, it's been a while since it's happened to me at least, but sometimes when you get into the game, all the parts you have, like, downloaded and stuff will be re-downloaded because someone takes away a part or something like that. When someone does that, creator or something, then it does that. And when it does it, it deletes the music as well. And that's what happened to me. So the music was deleted. I spent pretty much a decent chunk of the day, because I have it all saved on my laptop for the most part, so I just re-put it in. And I'll probably talk more about this when there's people in the chat. But I only mention this because the process is still ongoing, so a lot of themes and stuff we're gonna be skipped over because some guys don't have them yet, and there's some that I re-edited for time, so we have more space. It actually became a blessing in disguise because it allowed me to like really like cut like a lot of excess fat off themes, because some themes were like 2 to 3 minutes because I was just like I just blindly downloaded without really thinking about it, when they really only needed to be like 45 seconds to a minute, if that. Alright, but yeah, first episode YWA Gamma here. We got quite a card here. Opening match is going to be Kong against Workhorse in some singles actions. Now, also a quick update to the way we do stuff. Now, originally, the way we did, like, kind of, I don't want to say standings, but, like, because we're not keeping track of records. What we're doing is keeping track of, like, wins of wrestlers within a percentage. And originally it was just going to be 80s and 90s, but I thought I'm also going to include 70s in there as well, because even though that's a good chunk of matches, that's pretty much all matches, I feel like that there is value in having decent matches if it's over a long period of time. Now, 50s and anything below that is not going to get counted, because there's no quality in a match in the 60s and below. There just isn't. So yeah, that's going to be something right there. Of course, the accumulation elements will vary, of course, like, and more of that will be in the Campy server. But we're gonna get started here. But yeah, there's a lot. So many themes that had access, more than I ever thought there was. Oh, frick. Yeah, what the heck? Oh, jeez. Apparently... Oh, it's okay. Went rollerblading, actually, which is cool. But, yeah, like I said, like, man, like, some parts. I'm gonna have to, like, start, like, unsubscribing from the wrestlers I model after, because it's starting to affect a lot of shit. Well, what happened was, and I kind of explained it a little bit earlier, was every once in a while the game, if like creators, like, I don't know if it's a game where the creators are timing of it, but the game will take all the stuff you have downloaded and update it with like missing parts or whatever, and and it will redo that, but it deletes your music that you have downloaded. So all the entrance and stuff was gone from the thing. I have it all saved on my laptop, so I just had to replug it in. But I ended up inadvertently using that as an opportunity to edit down themes, because there was a shit ton of themes, more than I ever thought there were, of just like being twice, 3 times as long as they needed to be. So I ended up doing a lot of that. So there's some wrestlers, even though I put the tracks in, because if you put the track back in as is without editing it, it'll just go back to the wrestler on default. But if you edit in any way and change it, then you have to manually do it. So there's some that I do have to do that with, and some. So there's gonna be a couple streams or whatever where the themes aren't gonna be a big focus. Shoot. But yeah, opening matches Kong versus Workhorse. Yeah, and that's a thing too, because the thing with I liked having like records in last season, but the problem was that when we have CPU guys, it becomes more and more like tough to like get them going. So what happened was, over time, like the guys who had belts were never challenged because no one else was getting the match count they were. So shit wasn't happening with the titles. But this new system, you still kind of get the benefits of a record, kind of, but you also guarantee that guys that are having like a consistent quality or earn that quality in the match and the wins still get shots. So it kind of works the same way, but not really. And I kind of prefer this system because I feel like it reflects wrestling more. Because even though there are some promotions like AEW that legit keep records, most of them don't do that. And I feel like measuring like winning in decent to awesome matches with the rivalry system that we're porting over as well, we're still keeping that. I feel like it's gonna focus more on like the success elements other than just overly details. Yeah, so well, not the wrestler, the track. So I have the track on my laptop. If the track is the length that it needs to be, if I put it back in here, I don't have to go through their like CPU thing and put the track and mess with the track pick for their entrance. But if I did, then it'll show up as red, like it's not there. So I would have to go in and change it to that. And I had to do that with a lot more than I thought. So I have to go through quite a bit of guys. And then there's some guys where I'm just going to change the themes to altogether. Like a lot of YWA guys, when I created music for them, their music actually took up a lot of space for very little. So I'm just going to like give them music that's already in the game. Like music I already downloaded for other wrestlers, just because it just doesn't make sense to make excess music for those guys when there's something there. Now, if somebody takes interest in them and wants to like put them in their group and give them their own thing and stuff, that's fine. But I'm not going to go on my way to do that. It'll save space, and hopefully by the end of the whole freaking process, like there'll be a lot more space for like music tracks than there were before. Yes, exactly, because I got in a habit of doing it like 45 seconds to a minute-ish. But for a long while, I just downloaded without any editing. So there was a lot of tracks that are like 2 to 3 minutes for just an entrance. And there was a ton of it. And it added a lot of... And it took up a lot of excess space. Okay, like... That I didn't know I put that in. And here's the thing, it's going to take me a minute too, because there's some tracks that I might miss. Because of, I didn't title them right either. Fight! Ooh, big suplex there. But yeah, right into an armbar. The spear. But like I said, I do also plan on putting like stable profiles in YWA section of the Camping Company Discord as well. So everyone who has a stable and / or like is an active like actual person, Korean list there, like Educator and LJC that don't have a stable but they're active, all their stats and stuff will be there. Like credit counts and whatnot, so that kind of similar to the promotion pages there. And I also just started the YWA roleplay chat, which kind of functions like a D&D roleplay, but just for wrestling in this world, like the characters and stuff. Think of it kind of like those, like Here Comes the Pain or some wrestling story mode game where in between matches you have cutscenes and stuff and choices between that you handle with other wrestlers and whatnot. Ooh, low blow. Ooh, big suplex. Oh yeah, the music used for the themes for in matches are like twice as long. Like those are a lot longer. Like there's some tracks that I use that if they're like repetitive as is, I may edit them down because they're just gonna be playing the same thing over and over again anyway. Oh, Sky High, but oh yeah, I did a little experimentation last season through the DMs, but I kind of lost the rhythm for it. But the cool thing about like having a group style, oh, Ben Christian coming down to the ring. Former Pillar stablemate, but it looks like he's not helping Workhorse out here.
1, 2.
Spinning toe. Yeah, exactly, and that's going to be the main thing with that. It's going to be the same thing. The only the biggest difference is going to be what is it? The biggest difference is that not only will everyone see it who's involved, but they'll also have a chance to put in their own little counter, their own like situations and scenarios they want to go, like they bring up. And also, like, it'll allow other guys who are involved to, like, interject or throw their hat in the ring or something like that during a scenario. So it'll allow for a lot of cool things with that. And it'll also help build stories and rivalries, too. Especially for the CPU characters, because that's going to be the biggest challenge, is giving the CPU characters life. Kind of like what we did with Rust. Rust is a great example of that, capture suplex. Like, I want to try to do that with as many as I can. Like Rust and Jester and that. Because as much as I want, like, oh, a new finisher, the total choke. As much as I want to, get as many people involved in these things as possible, fact of the matter is that it's definitely something that's a slow builder. And we definitely want a slow builder, which is fine. So until we get to that point, I kind of we definitely need to like give value to some of these guys, because if we just put value on the guys who are like active, then it's pretty much just going to be the same 7 to 8 guys getting the same belts non-stop, and that can get old after a while. Oh, Tom's in there now. Oh, Tombstone. No, he's helping Workhorse. Capture.
1, 2.
Ooh. No counter. Yeah, exactly. That's what, and the factions will help give CPU characters life through like Oh, Kong taps. Will help give the CPU characters life because those guys will give them voices. So really, at the end of the day, any CPU character that's a free agent, I'm pretty much their voice on default, really. So, but yeah, so. And also the other thing too is if there are CPU characters that are in there that we have a little bit and we're just not really like digging them or getting into them as much as we want, like as soon as someone else, a new player comes in, our new CPU character comes in, we are more excited about it, we can just push the other character out, you know? Because right now we got about 67 across the 3 shows, so there's definitely like we're definitely not at a roster limit by any stretch, but we can afford to cut and replace if we want to for certain guys. But yeah, that got a 92, so great win for Workhorse there. Definitely will add a little bit there. Next match, Educators going against Eli. So the rest of the card here, Sasha and Cassandra will be challenging Grayman and Jones for a shot at the national tag titles. The winner of those will face the Phantoms in the semi-main spot. After that match, Troy and Bo Jackson will fight for the hardcore title. After that will be that tag team championship match. In the main event, Great Muta will be fighting LJC for the national title. But that's the thing too, like I said about the roleplay thing, other guys can bring up some scenarios about other guys. And it can bring up stuff. Like, for example, if LJC or you want to, like, bring up a scenario that involves DPS or me or some CPU characters, then we can go from there as well. So it's not just me channeling the scenarios, it's everyone. I mean, granted, like, it definitely would require, like, I mean, granted, if somebody comes in and they're not 100% involved and they kind of mess around with this stuff, of course, you know, that will be managed. But for the most part, it will be handled pretty solidly, of course. Alright, let's see how this goes here. Great opening, too, from Kong and Workhorse. Definitely showing off their stuff there. Christ, that stayed in. Yeah, well the thing is, since all 3 shows have the same amount of guys, since the guy you added was your guy, I just added him to show you in on default. But anybody else you add will be in other shows. I mean, you can, like, have them switch over to the show you're in, you would just have to pay a credit fee. Which I don't think is a ton, because each show has a large chunk of free agents. Man, I thought I edited that educator track and put it in, so I'm surprised. I'm gonna have to double check. Maybe I put in the longer variation. I don't know. Oh well. Educator won that pay-per-view event against Jones the other time the YWA action rolled in. So how's the scheduling will work with these shows is that there's not going to be any fixed dates to these shows. It's just going to be a cycle of like Gamma, Blast, and Overtime. It's just going to be those 3. Pay-per-views will have a fixed date, so there's not going to be a set amount of cycles before certain dates. The only set one will be like the cycle will a cycle will end before the year and a cycle will begin at the beginning of like the actual year. I don't want like inner cycles in between the years. It just doesn't feel right to have it like that. So that's really the only thing there. And I have it like that just for flexibility because it allows me to like make room for stuff. But yeah, I know I was gonna do 2 streams today, but I don't know if that's me thing. That internet issue I had, it took me an hour to get the internet at the right levels. It really like kind of held things back a bit. Combine that with the music fiasco, it really kind of took a bit out of stuff. So, but I'm gonna try to like fix the tracks here. I'm not gonna be streaming tomorrow. Tuesday will be a streaming day. DPS should be ready by then. If not, I'll definitely be with my IGW show. I'm gonna make it a rule, and unfortunately for LGC, because he did make planning, but I know he'd be okay with it because we're so close to the end of the cycle anyway. But I'm gonna make a rule where pay-per-views and TWN will be done in between weeks instead of during weeks, just because it makes it easier to get through the shows, the weeks, and also it gives people time to like plan pay-per-views and adjust, and also like it makes it easier to plan for stuff, because it can be tricky to like because it can be tricky to have like, because pay-per-views, they take longer than a show, so there's a difference between having like 45 minutes to an hour for streaming and having like an hour to an hour and a half, or an hour and a half to 2 hours for streaming. Oh, X Factor. So that'll probably be the rule going forward. So I'm gonna allow like either DPS and myself to finish the week, and then we'll do LJC's thing, and then we'll get on week 2. And of course the YWA stuff will go on as normal. Other projects, that Superstar Challenge, man, that has become very tough. Oh, Commander K, and she's in a different show. I think she's in Blast or Overtime, but she's helping Eli here in Gamma. Oh, pump kick. Rock block. Oh, right in an arm bar.
Give up. Give up. Give up. Yeah.
Another arm bar. Oh,
Yeah.
Dark Moon.
1, 2.
Oh. Yeah, really working that arm.
Give up. Give up.
Oh, Impaler. Oh, Twist of Fate.
1, 2.
Oh. Gut wrench suplex. Yeah, go ahead and work on the week 2s as well, SPF.
Give up.
Oh, it goes. Oh, makes Eli tap to an armbar. I got 76 there. All right, now for the tag match, Sasha and Cassandra. And I don't have you two in a group yet. I know you brought up a name, but I don't remember on top of my head what the name was for your group here. Let's see how this one goes. thought I had Sasha's music downloaded. That's weird.
Regulators. You regulate any stealing of his property. We're damn good, too. But you can't be any geek off the street. You gotta be handy with the steel, if you know what I mean. Earn your keep.
I started with Gray Man and Sasha. But yeah, the track replacement thing will be a process, but yeah, that's one of Eli's original guys. But yeah, like I was saying, in terms of other streamers, Superstar Challenge, it's going to be a challenge to try to get through those because of work and because of GW and YWA going on. It's going to be tough. The No Mercy creation thing, we already got names and styles picked out, but it's just a matter of getting that going, because that in itself can take like a couple hour and a half to 2 hours. Superstar Challenge can take an hour and a half to 2 hours, so it's definitely going to be a little tricky. Like, there's definitely going to be days that I may have to sacrifice a TWN or YWA stream for one of those two at some point, which will be okay. It's all going to be a matter of just making it work at the end of the day. Hi Debo, how you doing?
Yeah.
Next breaker. No, next breaker.
5 minutes gone.
It's about the same length as a 10-match pay-per-view. So I wouldn't say it's the longest, but I think the trick with that one is that the trick with that one more than anything is the fact that it really should have been something that should have been completed a lot sooner. And a lot of that is because I tried doing the WCW one with the YWA one. I think in hindsight I probably should have just had some self-control and just maybe waited a different time for that, because if I didn't do that, we would have been finished with that by now. And I think in hindsight, and plus it didn't help that the WCW thing, that glitch happened and I had to stop it in its tracks, so that didn't help things either. So it's just one of those things where, oh, look at those grappling moves there. But the No Mercy one, it takes a little bit, but I don't mind that because it's such a different thing than what we're used to. Roughly. That's why I try to do some of the creation stuff before the stream to try to kind of get it sped through. Because we already have the wrestler types and the names, but the looks and the moveset is really going to be a big thing there too. So, oh, finishing maneuver there. Oh, float over DDT.
Minutes gone.
Well, the thing is that it's because we're doing 2 in one stream. If we did 2 wrestlers in one stream for YWA, it'd be about 2 hours or even longer. And a lot of that is because we can't clone movesets, really. If we could clone movesets in this game, then it'd make things a lot easier for, like, creation stuff. Yeah. Well, if we're gonna do something like, if we're gonna do a double thing with the YWA creator wrestler, we really have to have our like all the details ready. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing too. Another cheat you can get around with that too. Yeah, exactly. Like, we could just model like a popular, the 540 kick, his finishing move. We can just model a guy like you said. We can. Tombstone. The snowplow. Finishing move right there. And a big slam. Like, if someone wanted Eddie Guerrero's moveset, for example, we just do an Eddie Guerrero model, change like the moveset. I mean, change the appearance, and there you go. Yeah, exactly. We can do it like that in hindsight. Yeah, so there is a way around it. No problem, Debo. I kind of figured that. He's busted. I have your promotion for TWN stuff on freeze, so everything is there. It just won't. There just won't be any activity. So don't worry too much about that. Yeah, Greyman is busted open. However, your YWA stuff with your guy, you can go at any pace you want with that. So if you still want to like do stuff, but on a more flexible schedule, the YWA area might be something that would be more your speed for the short term at least. I get ya. I get ya. I started a second job a couple weeks ago, and it's been tricky to try to sneak in to get in the streaming schedule like I used to a little bit. Rainmaker. Good jumping strike there. Razor's Edge.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, look at that.
Regulators. Regulate any stealing of his property. We're damn good, too.
Holy shit. 99, good lord. Awesome match there. I get you there. I mean, that went up for everybody at that point. Yeah, really great match. That, you see, when people want to say sweet spots for like tag team wrestling in this, that's the sweet spot. Now, granted, there's a lot of tag team matches that went the 19-minute round and didn't get 99, but a lot of it is just how everyone bounces off each other, and sometimes it's just random. Like, you could have the same matchup over and over again, the results can be vastly different. So, it's just one of those, that's kind of part of the magic of the game. You truly don't know what you'll get. But yeah, after that, we got the first belt crowning for this new YWA stuff, the hardcore title. That reminds me, I'm still gonna put belts on the models in YWA. I did make these straps like color unique for each show, but I may change that if it becomes too cumbersome to put on and off. So if it does get cumbersome, I may just switch the color to all black for the straps. So we'll just have to. Well, I don't know. I don't know if I'll do black. We'll just have to see. Maintaining. Yeah, I get you there. Yeah, it's all about balance. Like in a lot of ways, it is a lot like real wrestling. Like everything just has to click, you know. And because it is hardcore, we won't have hardcore. We will have some stuff. That's what we between Troy and Bo Jackson. Now, a lot of these title shots were determined by who had belts by the merger, so that kind of got things going. Then the pay-per-view had a lot of matches where it helped kind of determine, like, because there were some divisions that had multiple guys with shots, and it'll kind of determine who gets prioritized over the other, though they will get shots eventually. Where is Troy? It's been a minute since we've seen him active. There he is. Yeah, 100,000, man. Some of those things, too much money to take. Some things are just too expensive, no matter what it is. Let's see, where is? There he is, Bo Jackson. See how it goes. I get you there. This team's stuck, that's good. That one didn't.
Fight!
So definitely a size difference here, for sure. Bo is a junior here. Bo Jackson's part of the BGSL stable that also contains Michael Vick, Jim Edmonds, Pablo Sanchez, and John Madden. Yeah, man, I believe the car I have is it's a Buick. I'm not really I'm not like a big car person. I do like cars to a lot of extents, like on a base level, but I haven't really got into them in like a super detailed level like some people do. But here's the thing though, it's not necessarily a bad thing to be into cars like that, because cars are very the full Nelson. Because cars are really important to have knowledge of in terms of repairs and maintenance and stuff and all that. So it's not bad knowledge to have, it's just not knowledge I'm proficient in, unfortunately. Oh, big monkey flip there. Roll up.
1, 2.
Fine buster. Oh, package pile driver.
Give up. Give up.
5 minutes gone.
Yeah, I mean, Yeah, exactly. Because here's the thing, like, especially if the Tesla self-driving thing really becomes proficient, like, there's gonna be times where people aren't gonna have to learn how to drive. They just hop into a car and it just takes them somewhere. Which, in all honesty, wouldn't be a bad thing because the whole license process for driving, it's a bit of a pain. Oh, what's this? Oh, and he's setting him up too. Oh, here comes Tom again interfering.
Move up. Move up.
I don't think Tom's even in Gamma now I think about it. He's helping Troy here. Full Nelson. Yeah, exactly. Except it'd be your own personal taxi, really. If they get self-driving. Yeah, it's hard to say how they're gonna do it. Oh, look at that! Oh my god. Nasty. Oh, roll up. Oh wait, just as he passes, here comes Michael Vick to help out Bo here.
Yeah. 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 1, 2, 3.
Oh, we got it. Our first ever hardcore champion, Bo Jackson. Hi Owl, how you doing? Man, it's been a minute since I've seen you there. Big win there for Bo. Perfect. All right, next match. All right, now it's that tag team matchup here. I don't think their music is in. And then where's the... There he is. Alright, let's see how this one goes here.
Regulators. Regulate any stealing of his property. We're damn good, too. But you can't be any geek off the street. Gotta be handy with the steel, if you know what I mean. Earn your keep.
Yeah, I get ya, man. There's just some games that I've been hankering to play for a bit, but I don't know. In between what I do with this and other things, it's tough. But, you know, at the end of... But I do enjoy doing these, for sure. I just need to be able to take some time to catch up to some other ones. I will say though, between all the stuff I do, especially the schedule I have now, I don't know how often. Because I have thought about, well, if I could do No Mercy streams like that, I mean, what's stopping me from doing streams in other games that I got at some point? Like, freaking, like streaming like a Madden 04 or Burnout or something like that. And I think the biggest thing for that is mainly just, mainly one is really, I don't want to push my luck with like people's tolerance for the quality of those streams, because the visual quality isn't exactly going to be like this. I mean, I know for the most part people are good with it, but I don't want to like have it be overkill. And plus, I'm already going to do that with No Mercy for the long term until I get the parts I need for streaming. And also, between, like I said, between Fire Pro and No Mercy, that's going to be 3 stuff for streaming. That's a lot of stuff right there. Access Football. Oh, that sounds familiar. Yeah, it is. It's crazy.
1, 2.
Yeah. I get you there. SMH Gaming interfering.
5 minutes gone.
Oh, Dragon Clutch.
Yeah!
Big back suplex. Oh, Liv gets tossed out of the ring. Ooh, big maneuver. Ooh, flash, yeah. Phantoms have kind of been all over the place in terms of their history. They were in Nova for a while, YWA Super Nova, when that was a thing. They were in BWP for a quick spell. They were in JWL for a spell before the whole merger thing. Oh, the Angel of Death there. Oh, counter.
10 minutes gone.
Ooh, big lariat. Oh, wow, man. Oh, Angel of Death. The Phantoms get the win. Solid match, though. Definitely a valiant effort, but the veterans of tag proved to be the victors, first ever national champions. Well, I mean, here's Well, Gray Man, this could be the start of something. I mean, we don't really. I mean, all these matches, these early matches, these are keys for developing shit long term. So you never know what might happen with these matches in between events during the roleplay stuff. So let's see here. All right, main event time. No, I don't want that. Jeez. Forgot to have the rope breaks and everything on that, but oh well. Just made it better. Or it's fine. It worked nonetheless. Just have to... That's why I don't like messing with that stuff too much, because it's easy for me to forget in between stuff to put it back, because I get talking and stuff and all that. Well, I made a mistake and I forgot to put back on DQ count and count out count from the hardcore match. So that probably made a difference there, but even then, a lot of times it doesn't. There's a lot of times, like we just did the Gone Wild paper, we had all the matches no DQ, and a decent chunk of them just weren't really that good. And ropes. Yeah. And sometimes it happens. Like, sometimes short matches get high ratings depending... It's all depending on pacing, the timing of the wrestlers, the moves used, the story told. I mean, there's a ton of factors that go into that. That can make shorter matches get higher numbers, but then you have matches that go 20 to 30 that are only like 70 or 80. You know, it's just one of those things. But that feels right, though, to have it like that, because just like in real life, there's just sometimes a short match is more memorable and better than a match that goes on forever. You know, time, and that's the thing, time doesn't always mean a better match. That's the biggest thing there. Let's see if any of these guys' things made the stick. Where is it? Huh? Where's Matt? Oh, there it is, down here. Yeah, exactly. Ooh, let's see. These guys engaged in a fight in a roleplay in the RP chat earlier tonight. So let's see how this one goes for the national title. Oh, that reminds me, another thing I want to start implementing, in YWA at least, I don't know about TWN, but in YWA I want to start implementing a new system called the trophy system. It's kind of like Jericho's early WCW days, where he'll take stuff like a mask or from like a luchador he beats or stuff like that, just little things like that to kind of add. It'll kind of like be like kind of like a belt-ish system, but I feel like it would kind of add to like rivalries and a character's like history and all that, to have that kind of thing attached to them. That doesn't have this.
Fight!
Alright. These two should be a good match. And there's other guys lined up in this division who want title shots. Whoever wins this is going to have their hands full.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically how like record keeping system will work is it's going to be like, there's going to be 3 slots. There's going to be one for match wins in the 70s, one's in the 80s, and one's in the 90s. And pretty much like it'll operate in increments. Like once you reach 9 match wins in the 70s, it's a title shot. You get 6 wins in the 80s, title shot, and then 3s in the 90s is a title shot. and it'll operate on those increments. That means after you get that 9, the next 9 after that, or the 18th mark, you'll get a title shot for 70 matches in the 70s, and then 12 for the 80s, and 6 in the 90s. So that way, you still gotta earn, like, getting a title shot through wins and quality of win, but in that, at the same time, CPU guys can still get a chance to win at the same time.
One.
Ooh.
Give up. Give up.
Well, that system works for YWA. It won't be used in TWN, the record-keeping system. I'm not keeping records in TWN. That's up to the individual promotions if they want to use any sort of system they want. That would just be for YWA, because that's a little easier to manage than TWN. That'd be a nightmare in TWN. But yeah, like exactly, like the 3-match rivalry with that, because it can be treated like something like that, and it can be added on. Oh, look at this, Jones interfering, Kong helping Noodle out. Dragon Sleeper. Jones helping LJC out. Jeez, a lot of interference in these matches tonight. Well, that's the thing, like... Well, that's the thing, like, it really should. Because, the problem last time was that it was a good pace at first with just plain old records, but it got, like I said, it got to a point where the guys who had the belts kept, like, getting matches and winning. CPU guys weren't getting any matches, so no one was qualifying for anything. But in this system, there's guarantees that guys will qualify for stuff, even the CPU guys, even if there's times where it might take a bit. I don't know if they did, but oh, big Yakuza kick there. The Yuri kick or the spear kick, Muto's finisher, something LGC will have to watch out for. Oh, big whiff there. Oh, big knee strike. Yeah, and that's the thing, like, everyone's gonna vary off counter. Oh, crossface chicken wing. You see, I like these two working together because they both have like MMA-ish, like strong style, like styles that work well off each other. Missile kick, like technical vicious style or whatever. Ooh, dodge attack. Back suplex. Oh, goes for a figure 4 out of the grapple. Oh, 630 senton. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, LGC with the win. Still. '86. There we go. LGC beats Muto and gets that title. And with that win, he'll guarantee himself a title, guaranteeing himself an opportunity for the Triple Crown title. So how the Triple Crown title system works is pretty much like each show has a main belt. The winners in each show will qualify for the Triple Crown title. I'm between either having them qualify it for it while they have the belts, or when they first lose the belts. Originally I was gonna have it when they first lose the belts, but because, like, you know, stuff can vary with progression and stuff with if they have the belts or not, it can make it tough to plan a match out like that. So and I don't want something like to take too long, so I may make it like once you win it, you have the shot even if you lose it. Like, you still have it until it actually happens. That'll probably be what I do with that. Like the video game boss fight against an equal / like yourself through like yourself. Yeah, exactly. Like, and that's the biggest reason why the rivalries and all the stories are a big deal, because this game, as much as great this game is, this game has no story elements in like the general mode. I mean, there's story elements in like the story modes, but there's not any way to do it like in a normal stuff. So it's really like, it's our thing, like our prerogative to like make all that happen, which for the most part I think we've done as a group a great job with that across all the things. Z on PS2. Man, did the Fire Pro Wrestling Returns, I didn't know that had a story mode. But Z might be, I think, Z might be thinking of maybe Japan only. Oh, that sucks. No wonder. Man, they always get the best things. Yeah, that's the thing too, like a lot of these Fire Pro games, I think that was the Dreamcast version. But that's the thing, a lot of these Fire Pro games, they have all these unique things with each installment, but they don't get looked at. That's the biggest thing there. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. I gotta, man, I really hope they start getting on English patches and stuff when lost. Interesting. But yeah, huge win for LGC. I'll update all the stuff when I get a chance. Your built ones. Pre-built ones. They just had a few pre-built ones. I get ya. Yeah, I imagine so. Yeah, I like that. You know, I will say, like, it's very tough for video games to have like good story modes. And but when they do, it's great. Like, one that I played a while back that no one would really think, but when I played it was really, really awesome, was WWE 2K19's My Rai story. That was awesome. It was one of the better ones I've ever played. It was done well because because there was a story, but it didn't feel like you're playing garbage. Like, it was a well-constructed, like, good, solid story that gave you plenty of stuff to explore, gave you like a chance to like elevate, level up, unlock stuff. And plus, after you're done with the story, you can still go along with random stuff. I mean, yeah, there wasn't really a structure to stuff, but you could still be active after it. So that one was really solid. I really enjoyed that one. The 2K22 one I played a bit of and I liked it, but it's a little different formation than the 2K19 one. Yes, exactly. It was solid. It's a little different formation. It's not really like one main story with like roaming options after. It was just like everything all at once and you just go with what you got, which is cool. The only thing about those story modes that I kind of like is a little weird about is the only thing about those story modes, like, it's like when you win belts, like you win them and then they become like an afterthought. And I don't know, I kind of wish those modes kind of like allowed you to kind of hold on the belt for a bit, have stories with the belt, rivalries or whatever, and then go from there. Oh yeah, that's the thing with the universe mode. It's a great thing in that game, but man, there's just times where I feel like, well, first of all, the glitches kind of make a big deal. That's what happened with the Superstar Challenge thing, with all that, with WCW thing, and that's the other thing too, is that you're given a lot of cool stuff to work with, but there's just, I don't know, it always feels like you're missing something. And I think a big element is 2K19 had the promo system, which is cool, but it was broken. and it didn't function the way that you'd hope, but it did add a bit, but not a lot, and not to the point where they felt like bringing it back, which I think was the right decision, because if they were going to use that again, they needed to make it work. They definitely need. I heard 2K23 added a shit ton more cutscenes for the stories, which is great. But yeah, I think if they're gonna keep doing the universe mode, they have to like make that polished up. They have to, especially with the story elements. Because 2K14, you could do story elements like crazy in that one, and that's one I considered going into a lot for stuff. But the biggest issue, the only real issue with 2K14 universe mode is that you only got one slot and the belt slot options isn't like super mega huge. Like you can have different shows, but each show you only can have a main belt, a mid card belt, a tag belt, and a woman's belt, and that's it. And it kind of limits you a bit if you're trying to do Attitude Era, and you can only do like those kind of belts. Like the universe mode works great for like Attitude Era stuff because you have enough slots to work with for belts. Because they had a lot of belts during that era. But yeah, it definitely could be better. It needs. Yeah, exactly. Which is a shame because I love the European Championship. I actually do. The more and more I think about it, the more and more I realize, you know what? That was a cool little title. You know, because it was definitely a mid-card belt. I don't think it was as high as the Intercontinental belt, but it hit that sweet spot because there was some mid-carders that weren't really like high. You know, it was kind of the equivalent to like WCW's TV Championship, where it wasn't like the up and comer belt, but it was like a good like slot gonna be like there for the moment at least. Yeah, it kind of did, but it kind of made it a little quirky because the Attitude Era's like lower mid card guys were very quirky. I felt like the European title kind of fit that because that belt in itself is kind of quirky. So I think it can work. It can work, but I think you would need to book it a decent way. The Hardcore Champ belt was a lot of fun. It definitely was a fun belt for sure. For example, like D'Lo Brown, Al Snow, Val Venus, like all those guys were very quirky guys, and draws, those kind of wrestlers that are super in the European belt, I consider a quirky belt, like you said, because it's specifically Europe, and I felt like it just kind of fell into the right hands and the right guys. And I think it's an example of the guys making the belt great as opposed to the belt because itself, yeah. Because here's the thing, the belt itself is good, it's solid, has a good lineage, but I think what makes it great is the guys that, yeah, exactly. D'Lo did because he held on to it so long. He treated it like a big deal. And I think that's the big factor there. Like, it became something that guys had a reason to fight for, and that's something I wish the current WWE had, was lower card belts outside of the 24/7 title. Because here's the thing, like, I get it that not every wrestling storyline needs to be tied around a belt, but it's wrestling. I mean, how much are you gonna put into the stories that's gonna work? Like, you're gonna need a belt for more often than not, and those lower mid card guys, I feel like would benefit a lot with something to fight for, like a lower mid card championship, especially if it's something that's kind of quirky, fun and quirky, like a European title or a hardcore championship or something like that. But that's just my thoughts. But yeah, that solid episode of Gamma, a lot of great matches on this one. Really good start for this new season here. The next YWA show will be Blast. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, next one will be Blast. I don't know when that'll stream because I definitely want to get, because TWN stuff. Like I said, I was gonna do a second stream tonight, but that's not gonna happen. No stream tomorrow. Tuesday will be a stream, at least one. I don't want to make promises on two, like I keep doing and keep kind of misplanning. So, but yeah, Tuesday will definitely be TWN. It's either going to be DPS or my thing, one of the two, if not both. I want to do both, though, if I can, if he's ready for that. And kind of wrap that up. And then, thanks, I'll appreciate that. And let's see, after that Wednesday, that's a good, it's going to be tricky. Probably the GSW pay-per-view I'll do Wednesday. That definitely, because it'll be after the week concludes, so that'll be a good opportunity to have that happen. It'll probably just be that one, because I work Wednesday, and I don't think I'm going to have time to do 2 streams that night, especially for an hour-and-a-half stream like that. And then, let me think. I guess go from there. I guess whenever I get an opportunity to be honest, I'm very tempted to like squeeze in a Superstar Challenge or a No Mercy like stream during one or those days and have it be one stream just to kind of keep things rolling, especially if it's in between TWN weeks and YWA stuff. We don't have to do like consecutive, even though we could if we're feeling if that's what's left, but we don't have to. That's kind of the flexibility of that. But yeah, after all that's said and done, that's going to do it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching. In case you guys want to chat with anyone at the Campy Company, didn't want to use the YouTube comment section, we do have a couple options. First one is we have a Discord channel. You find a link to that on the About page /spot section of our channel. We also have a community tab on our channel as well. You can access that anywhere at any time. We also have a Patreon page as well. Main goal of the page is to raise money for the channel, to give the channel a bigger budget to do more ambitious things, and also start making merchandise for the channel as well. And the merchandise itself, we gear toward aspects of the channel that you guys enjoy. So any support we get for that is much appreciated. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like the videos, and have a good day.